I'm going to show you 5 ways to make money on YouTube that don't involve YouTube ads. In case you didn't know, even if you only have 200 subscribers on YouTube, you can still make money on YouTube. And a lot of people don't know this. I've done so many videos about making a YouTube channel, starting a YouTube channel, and making money on YouTube. Even if you only have 100 subscribers on YouTube, here are 5 ways you can make money on YouTube without being in the YouTube Partner Program. Quick sign up before I begin. The bonus tip at the end is my personal favorite. Number 1, affiliate marketing. This is hands down the most common one you're gonna hear from so many other YouTubers, and for a good reason. You can make insane amounts of money from affiliate marketing. Now, in case you don't know what it is, all affiliate marketing means is that you refer somebody to a product or service, and there's a trackable link, let's say in the description of your video. They click it, they buy that product, you make a commission from that. So for example, let's say I'm doing a review of this microphone. This is a Blue Yeti microphone. And in the description, I have a Amazon link through Amazon Associates, which is easily the most common and the easiest affiliate marketing program to get started with. So I highly suggest checking out Amazon Associates. I also have a video listed below in the description if you want to know how to use Amazon Associates. So for example, if I'm doing a video about the Blue Yeti, I say, hey, check it out, listed below in the description. They click that special link. There's a special Amazon link that has a tracking code on it. They click it and buy it. Amazon sends me a commission. You can do this for so many products and services. I've done affiliate marketing with tons of products on Amazon. You know, again, Blue Yeti as an example. Lyft and Uber was another big one for me. There was a period of time where I did a lot of Lyft and Uber videos because I used to be a driver, and I was actually making like $10,000 to $20,000 a year just from referring people to drive for Lyft and Uber. Another example is Bluehost. Any single time someone signs up with Bluehost to create a website and to get it hosted, I make $75. This is what's amazing about affiliate marketing is you do a bunch of videos, and a lot of this is passive income too, where let's say you have a niche just in gardening, for example, and you have a video that only got, like say, 200 views on a cool gardening tool that you use that's a great gardening tool for beginners, for example. If even only 10 people go in that description and click it and buy it, you're still gonna make money from people buying that product or that gardening tool. And keep in mind, you can do this for so many different things. So my best suggestion, especially in the beginning, is any single time you do a video about a service or product especially, literally Google, Blue Yeti affiliate marketing program, or go on Amazon. If you can find that product on Amazon, and Amazon is everything, you can make money referring people to buy it. Number 2, brand deals. Now, if you talk to a lot of YouTubers, they will say that most of the big money that they get, like their biggest source of income from YouTube, is actually doing brand deals. So let's say if a company hits me up, they say, hey Mark, we're gonna pay you, and it fluctuates a lot. Sometimes, unfortunately, I can't reveal a lot of the terms of it, but you can get paid an insane amount of money for like a quick 30-second spiel, being like, hey guys, before I continue, I wanna talk about blah, 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 right? Those kind of brand deals pay very well. However, when you're just getting started, typically the type of brand deals you'll do is you get a free product in return for doing a video about it. And one thing I wanna say is a quick side note, this is the former accountant in me, is remember the goal isn't to necessarily make more money, it's to have more money. So there was one time I did a brand deal with a company, I won't say their name just in terms of confidentiality reasons, but I was getting $100 of free protein powder a month in return for posting about them. So on one end, now I wasn't making money, was it actually getting money from that protein company? No, but I was saving $100 extra in my pocket, and I was getting this super high quality protein. So this is a big thing to keep in mind, that let's say if there are any products or services that you're like, all right, I really love this thing, maybe I can reach out to them and say, hey, I'm a YouTuber, this is my niche, this is what I do. They might ask you for some analytics. Obviously, you have to talk with them a lot and kind of figure out like the terms of what you're doing. But typically, especially in the beginning when your following isn't huge, you'll usually get free stuff in return for a video. And remember, if you get free stuff, one, who doesn't like free stuff? But 2, and this is a bigger one, you're now not spending any money to buy that product, especially if you're gonna buy that product anyway. Especially for me, I've gotten so much free stuff doing YouTube videos for companies, and again, you don't even need that big of a following. In addition, this is gonna happen on both sides. Once you build a good following, you'll start getting hit up by companies almost daily, being honest. But then on the other end, even if you're just starting out, again, with only a couple hundred subscribers, maybe even less, still reach out to companies saying, hey, I just started a YouTube channel. I know I have a very smaller following compared to other YouTube channels, but this allows you to have a more intimate connection with me. I'd love to work out some type of deal where I do a YouTube video in return for free product. Number 3, personal products. What I mean by this is these are products that you make and you use YouTube to help sell them. Remember, I feel like a lot of people sometimes forget this, that obviously YouTube is an amazing platform to make content, watch great videos, make money from the ads and everything. But also remember, it's an amazing marketing tool. When I actually first got into YouTube and I really started making videos, I actually did it to promote my music. And then kind of in a random turn of events, I fell in love with making videos and videography and doing videos like this. So a big thing I remind people is that remember, because you're getting so much traffic to YouTube, ask yourself, are there any products that you could promote in the description that people could buy that you can now get more sales on your own personal products? So for me, I've gotten way more downloads and streams on my own electronic music from using YouTube. I also make crypto art. I've gotten purchases from people buying my crypto art. And one quick side note I will say is that even if you're watching this being like, well, Mark, I have a gardening YouTube channel, but I don't have any personal products. Consider maybe writing an ebook. Maybe write a quick ebook all about the best beginner's tips to get started in gardening, or different ways to garden different plants or something like that. I don't know anything about gardening, but just using that as an example, and maybe sell it in the description for $5. Even if you only get 20 purchases a month, that's $100 extra in your pocket before you even get YouTube ads. Number 4, courses. Now, this is one that's very similar to personal products, but I want to kind of put it as its own category because there are people making unreal amounts of money on YouTube just promoting their own online courses. So on platforms like Udemy, for example, you could do a course, for me, I could do a course about how to make electronic music. You could do a course about fitness and doing bodyweight workouts, about gardening, as I've been using as an example. There's so many different things. And the reason why I want to use courses as its own unique thing is the fact that the difference between, let's say, writing an ebook and making a video, pretty different, right? Obviously, you want to be a good writer. There's a lot that goes into making an ebook. However, for a lot of courses, it's very similar to a YouTube video, right? I mean, this video right here could be a YouTube course. I could make a YouTube course, maybe sell for like $10, being like, here's a quick YouTube course all about how to make money on YouTube before getting monetized, right? And the difference between filming a video for a course and a YouTube video is not that much. And I feel like if you can package it correctly, let's say if you do like a 10 video series all about how to get started into health and fitness, and let's say you do a 10 course series about how to lose weight. You talk about diet, nutrition, lifestyle, different activities from that course. And again, you don't even need to be monetized on YouTube because obviously it's on another platform. So let's say if you have a fitness YouTube channel, you can post in the description below saying, hey, I just actually created a course that's only, $25. And if you buy this course for only $25, it shows you all the tools and techniques to get started into fitness, diet, nutrition, lifestyle, everything you need to know to get your body in shape and to lose weight. Number 5, speaking and interviews. Now, I'm going to be honest that for these, I'm talking about, let's say someone reaches out to you and they have a podcast and they want to feature you on it because you're such a knowledgeable, person in this one given niche or in the field that you're doing YouTube videos about. Being honest, especially in the beginning, you might not get paid. It's kind of random, but this is always a potential possibility that let's say you only have 500 subscribers, but they're all about one very specific thing. Like let's say you review, Picasso paintings, you talk about all the art and the art form in Picasso paintings, you might get hit up by different podcasts or other maybe even conferences saying, hey, we saw your YouTube videos. We saw that you really know what you're talking about. We'd love to have you at a conference to speak about art history, for example. Or, let's say a podcast reaches out to you. Now, granted, like I said, you definitely have to negotiate the terms because a lot of times, especially given your following, they might say, hey, sorry, you only have 500 subscribers. So it's going to be like, you go on our podcast for free. You get free marketing. And then they're like, all right, you get on a podcast for free. We get free content from you. It's kind of like a trade-off. But there are other podcasts that might have you on there saying, hey, you know what? We're going to pay you this amount of money. Or sometimes even ask them saying, hey, I appreciate you reaching out to me that you want me on your podcast or you want me on your service. What's your budget? And they may say, you know what? Sorry, we're a really beginner's podcast. We can give you $50, but hey, it's $50 and now you're getting free marketing on top of that. I've even heard of some YouTubers who had way less than 1,000 subscribers who actually got like a free round trip flight to a place that they got to speak at a conference, and they made money from doing that just from their YouTube channel, and their YouTube channel, again, wasn't even in the YouTube Partner Program yet. And now, a bonus tip, and I told you this is my favorite one, like I said in the beginning, is press passes and VIP passes. Like I said numerous times in this video and other videos, I'm a DJ and electronic music producer, and I live here in LA. And as my following got bigger on YouTube, a lot of companies now are realizing like, wow, this YouTube thing isn't just random cat videos, this is an amazing marketing platform. So a lot of parties, exclusive events, music festivals, just anything related to entertainment are now going to YouTubers saying, hey, we'd love for you to come to our event, do a video about it, because obviously it's free promotion for them. And YouTube, because it's connected with Google and has Google integrations, I mean, you can be at the top of these search results. So for me, I get so many free press passes, VIP passes, basically exclusive passes to not only get into the event for free, of course, but also I get more exclusive access. And for me, this is something that I love because one, I don't have to pay to get in. Like I said earlier in the video, the goal isn't necessarily make more money, obviously you want to, but it's to have more money. If I don't have to spend $300, or sometimes even more than that, a lot more than that, for a music festival ticket, hey, that's pretty awesome that now I save that $300. But also, like I said, you're getting that VIP pass or that press pass that allows you to get backstage. You know, for me, I've been backstage at some very exclusive events with some of my favorite artists and some of my favorite DJs. I've been at celebrity events doing videos about everything. And let's say there's a gardening conference you really want to go to, reach out to them saying, hey, you know, this is my gardening YouTube channel. I've heard a lot about your conference. I'd love to go to it and do a whole video about it to help promote the conference. Is there any way I could get a press pass so that way I have access to all the best shots and I can get the best shots for the video? And I'm not exaggerating when I say that going to an event like that or going to those type of events is just invaluable for your channel because one, you're getting more content, right? You're getting like almost like a vloggy style video. Two, you're now backstage in the VIP section, which makes you look bigger. So let's say if you're talking to people and they're like, oh, they see the press pass or it's like a special wristband. People see, oh, wow, this is somebody who's doing something important, whatever it is. And now this allows you to network, meet more people, grow your YouTube channel.